In this video, I'm going to explain why Serbs who live in the UK also need to embrace English when we're together. There's a whole load of reasons that some of us think that speaking to each other in English is a no-no. Here's the theory. You can't have a Serbian identity without the language. The very idea is absurd. It's an all or nothing deal. But the good news is that once you've got the language, then you're definitely immune from assimilation. So imagine an upside-down funnel. You have first-generation Serbs coming to the UK, fleeing wars or economic calamity. They have kids and they all learn Serbian. The language binds us to the culture, which means we keep hold of our identity and our community thrives for generations to come. Now, if you are a Serb living in the UK, then you probably don't recognise any of this. Here's what you actually see. Newcomers enter Britain at the top of the funnel. For a whole load of reasons, our kids don't learn the language properly. And if we exclude them because they can't speak Serbian well, then it won't take many generations before we're completely assimilated. Which means we have to rely on newcomers to keep it all going, with cycles of war and economic collapse to keep our numbers up, and hope that Brexit won't put a full stop to all of this. It stands to reason when you think about it. If we create an immigrant subculture, then we shouldn't be surprised when our children realise that they're no longer immigrants. So what's the answer? Well, British Jews have gone through a similar journey. Around the time of the Second World War, some 80,000 Jews fled continental Europe and joined their brethren in Britain. They had the same discussions as we're having now on language and identity. By 2001, their population had dwindled to around 260,000. But since that time, their numbers have actually picked up. So what contribution did language play in maintaining Jewish identity? According to the Board of Deputies, just 4% of British Jews speak Hebrew or Yiddish as their first language. The most popular Jewish newspapers, organisations and social media groups in the UK are all in English. Of course, Jewish people did much more than simply allow English into their community to reverse the decline. But if us Serbs who live here refuse to do even that much, then I guess we've already decided how our story here ends.